What up, fellow agents? PurePrime here. Today, they dropped some information about the TU6 patch notes. Or some. It's a lot, guys. But are you ready? Let's go! So they dropped the patch notes for the PTS. So remember guys, these changes aren't confirmed. Testing it out right now on the PTS. So it doesn't mean that it will be in the update when TU6 hits. After that guys, we're gonna get 12 loadouts. So 12 extra loadouts. So we can now have 16 loadout slots. And there it is guys, the stash. The stash is increased by 150 in total of 300 then of course. And we are getting some new talents. We're getting 3 different new talents. The first talent is Spark. Damaging enemies with skills or grenades grants 15% weapon damage for 15 seconds. And Spark can be found on backpack items. The second new talent is Vigilance. Gain 25% weapon damage. Receiving damage disables this buff for 5 seconds. And Vigilance can be found on the chest. So that could be a very interesting one. Concussion is the next one and the last one they added. And it gives you 20% headshot damage for 2 seconds. 5 seconds with a marksman rifle, and concussion can be found on the mask. After that, they increased the perks for updating the material inventory size. So the base material cap with all the perks unlocks 2000 now. And it is 600 right now, so that's a very, very big step up. The green and the blue materials cap with all perks unlocks now 1500 instead of that 400 it is now. So that's pretty nice. The increased material caps for rare materials. The purple cap is now 300 and it was 100. The orange cap is now 80 and it was 50. The hardwired base materials can cap now 50 instead of that 30. And the hardwired components cap is now 10 instead of 5. After that we have the brand sets, and each brand set now have an item available on every slot. So an item on a mask, backpack, vest, gloves, holster, knee pads. The only exception on this is the 511 brand. And they added some things with recalibration as well. Players are now able to recalibrate the stat type over each other. So for example, you can roll an offensive, a red mod, over a defensive, a blue mod. So that's pretty nice. And this still only applies to the stats on gear pieces of the same category. And guys, and this is very nice news, it's now possible to recalibrate items that are located in your stash. I'm loving that, not running around and seeing what's in your stash and what you got in your inventory. I think this is a very, very good addition. And then they released a little bit about PvP and the Dark Zone. The normalized gears, player stats will no longer be normalized. So that's great news in my opinion. And all agents will receive their full recalibration bonus at the end game. Players below gear score 500 will of course receive the stat boost to allow an easier entry into the Dark Zone. And they updated the Thieves Den vendor as well. It now is a proper store and it will accept DC resources. And the stock will rotate a bit more regularly, but they said they had some information coming about this a little bit later. And guys, they added a few new functionalities on the weapon talents. So for example, Naked gets a functionality: whenever your armor is depleted, gain 50% damage for 20 seconds. So that's great. hello Berserk build again. Unbelievable. And then Finisher has an extra functionality, swapping from weapon within 10 seconds, and it was 3 seconds before, of killing an enemy grants 30% critical hit chance and 30% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. And it's added. It's not that you're getting 30% critical hit and 30% critical hit damage. No, it's added up to your critical hit damage and your critical hit chance. So this is a very nice addition as well. We can use that on our crit hit build. And then for Outsider, after killing an enemy, gain 100% optimal range, 100% critical range, and 100% accuracy for 10 seconds. And they removed all the attributes requirements. And in my opinion, this is very OP. Why that 100% everything? There are a lot more things, guys, but I'm just talking about the stuff that I wanted to talk about and what stood up. So if you want to see the whole list, watch my descriptions. I will put up the link and you can see what they posted on Reddit. And now, guys, at the end, a little bit negatives. These are the nerfs. So on the ropes, we'll get a nerf, guys. Weapon damage is increased by 15% instead of that 25 we have now. Spotter will be nerfed. It's 15% instead of 20. So yeah, we're losing 15% weapon damage if you are rocking that 311-7 build. So that's a bummer. And then, guys, for that 311-7 build, man, the fatal blow compensated. Damage is increased by 10%, down from 15. So that 311-7 build, guys, will lose 20% total weapon damage. So let's search for a new meta then. And guys, I want to talk about this. I never talked about this. Nerfing the EB. They are nerfing the EB by 15%. And guys, why? Why? Because everybody complains that the EB is too powerful. And everybody complains because they complain about the PvP part. I can understand the EB is overpowered and it's a very nice gun. But we are using it for the PvE. You can get it in the PvE. Of course you can get it in PvP. You can use it in PvP. But then nerf the EB in PvP and not overall nerf. And why 15%? 15% is a lot. If you buff up your military AK or AKM or whatever combination you can find, you can push that up even to the same damage of that EB. Maybe you are like 500 or 600 apart. And yeah, in my opinion, what is the reason for getting the EB then? Where is that special gun vibe? It's gone. I don't understand it. And yeah, that's my opinion. I know there are a lot more opinions out there, and you want to get that EB nerfed, and a lot of people are talking about it as well. But it's PvP. Then please keep it then on the PvP side and not overall. And that's my opinion, guys. But there's gonna be a lot of changes coming, and it's pretty nice. So about 3 weeks from now, it's gonna hit TU6. And let me know what you think about it, guys. Just comment below and I will try to respond to everyone. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribers button. And of course the notification bell. PurePrime out.